Hi viewers, welcome back to Sahara TV, and this is your favorite phone call segment. Please feel free to call us. The number is already on the screen 917-284-9811. Please make sure that you call us to discuss everything that has been happening, not just in Nigeria but other African countries, especially the wardrobe allowance. And I want to welcome my wonderful co-host. You're actually the host. I'm just I'm just trying to make sure this set looks more beautiful. You already look beautiful anyway.
Well, thank you very
the
much.
one and only humble prince. So humble. What a humble man. And
Olu Faloye will do, but welcome back, man. The callback segment, and I'm sure the callers missed you, and it's good to have you back.
I miss them too. Like for a long time that I've not been on this show, I haven't been able to sleep or eat or anything. But I'm glad that now I'm back. So let's get right to it.
Yeah, yes indeed. Again, that number to call is 917-284-9811. Right.
Make sure you call now. Don't wait till, let me give it some minutes. By that time, the phone line may have been, jam-packed.
Yes.
So.
Fantastic.
Anyway, the question for today is such a funny one. Okay, not funny one, but some of the answers have been really funny.
I see.
But I want to know your opinion, first of all. It's all about, the senators, the members of the House of Assembly, and all these allowances that comes with their salaries.
Yes.
So, the wardrobe allowance, people said that it was 17 million. And then they came out and said it's 506 million. Right.
I was getting a lot of mixed reports, and I know SaharaTV came out and tried to clarify some things and said. So one thing they said was that the money wasn't just for wardrobe allowances. That was also for other things like maybe town hall meetings, constituency offices, and stuff like that. So why don't we go over? What are some of the things that our lawmakers? I mean, what do they do?
Exactly.
Yes.
Because the question of the day is: do you think that the salary and allowance amounts granted to Nigerian legislatures are justified given their duties? Like, it's like, can you match what they do with how much they are getting paid?
Exactly.
And it's not just about the salary, but the other allowances. Can you match what they do with the money that they're getting?
Does it gel?
Is it justified?
Yes. Does the amount gel?
So you want us to go over the duties? I think that's a very good question. First of all, what is it that they do? A lot of people don't know what they do.
Exactly.
What do you think they do?
Well, from what I read, I know they review issues.
They're supposed to. Well, these are like the roles.
Exactly.
I don't know how much of it some of them do, but hey.
Exactly. So they review the issues and they make laws, governing the country. And they're also supposed to make decisions to look out for the masses. Yeah. The masses, the same masses that live on less than a few dollars a day, honestly, so I think that the amount allocated to that was a little bit too much, honestly. That's just my opinion, but of course we'd like to hear from the viewers to see what they have to say. But, let's think about it. When we did some of the math and calculation, the amount of money allocated to these people could actually pay the salaries for 500,000 civil servants that are based on minimum wage, and the minimum wage I think is $18,000 a month. Wow. Right. So why do they need so much for that? Honestly, I mean, think about it.
So speaking of their roles, everything that you said, and we have a caller while we're going over this, so let's just take that caller quickly. Hi, caller. Welcome to Sahara TV. You're live.
Yeah, thank you. This is George calling from Lagos.
Hi, George.
Adeola.
Hi.
I'm calling particularly to register my protest against what I heard in your last edition of Keeping It Real. Okay.
The new episode is coming out today, so that I don't waste your time. Exactly. The show continues.
All right, but you did mention that you were not going to continue. Or
I did. I mentioned, and now I'm telling you that a new episode is coming out today. Actually, before the end of this program. But would you like to talk about the wardrobe allowance and everything else that our lawmakers were getting?
Well, it has been a lingering problem. I think it's only manifesting now because people are talking about change. It's outrageous that somebody who has risen to the post of a senator in Nigeria will be collecting money to buy dresses for himself. What was he wearing before he got there? Many of them are ex-governors that have fabulous pensions already that they are earning. So I don't see the need for that allowance at all. Some of them have newspaper allowance. You want the government to buy newspaper for you to read? It's outrageous. They are not called for. And it is about time we should effect a change in all these things.
Okay.
Thank you so
Thank you very much,
Mr.
George.
And thank you for bringing up the first issue you did. I did mention, so I explained that in the episode that's coming out this weekend. So,
fantastic.
But, so don't think that I was trying to shut you down. No.
Yeah, definitely. Adeola is going nowhere. We actually, I was one of those that signed the petition.
He brought up a very, very important issue. Is the other allowances, not just the wardrobe allowance. And I'm actually going to come to that, but we're still trying to talk about the roles or the supposed roles of lawmakers.
Right.
And we were looking at the fact that the first thing they're supposed to review issues that are affecting the common people. For example, now that we're having fuel scarcity, why? What do we have to do about that? Like the issues that are, okay, minimum wage is 18,000. How is that benefiting the masses? You know, they're supposed to look at those issues, review those issues, and make decisions, come up with laws that would favor the masses. And the third role that I don't know if you talked about is that they are supposed to play by the rules. They're supposed to lead by example.
Exactly. They're not beyond reproach, and they're not above the law.
Yes, because they're the ones making these laws. They're supposed to live.
Right.
It's so funny they wrote here that they're supposed to avoid nepotism, which is using your position to get jobs for your family members, and that they're not supposed to accept bribes or make policy in ways that will personally profit lawmakers and live by example. Going by what I know by Nigerian of Nigerian lawmakers, I don't really think that's it. And,
that's a complete. They live by the complete opposite.
The complete opposite. Thank you so much. So we're gonna start going over the answers written on our Facebook page to this question. But before we do that, we have another caller. Caller, you're live.
Hi, my name is Ibrahim.
Hi, Ibrahim.
Hi, Ibrahim. Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
You're live. Please go ahead.
I'm calling from Canada. From Toronto, Canada.
You're live.
Great.
Thank you. I'm just listening to the discussion on our senators, the wardrobe allowances and all the extravagant allowances they're talking about. To me, I think our senators do not actually know the reason where they are there in Abuja. They are there because of the people. They are there to represent the people, their constituency. If you are telling me you are going to need those bogus amount of money to actually fighting for your own self, I don't care about the citizen or about the people that actually elected you there, then you have no business being in Abuja. You have no business being in government. Most of these guys do not actually know what governance means. They've been getting away with this for the past 16 years. Now that the people are awake, the people now are yearning for change. They cannot get away with that anymore.
Right.
Now we have a new government.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ibrahim. I'm going to start reading some of the answers, but Humble Prince, keep in mind that it's only the clothing allowance that is $506,000, as they're saying. Let's not forget that the motor vehicle fueling and maintenance is 1.5 million.
Like the guy said, even newspaper.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of petrol they use, but it's 1.5 million naira. Their salary is supposedly 2 million.
Yes,
and then
about 2 million a year.
The money for fuel is 1.5 million. And then personal assistant, 506,000 naira. Domestic staff, 1.5 million. What is domestic staff, Humble Prince? Isn't that like houseboy, house girl? So we are not the ones paying for their houseboy, house girl. 1.5 million for domestic staff?
Yeah, let's touch on this. First of all, the Nigerian senators are among the highest paid in the world. Yeah. So which is why everybody...
No, they're the highest paid, not among.
They're the highest. So that means this is why a lot of Nigerians try...
house help.
Yeah, this is why a lot of Nigerians try to get into government, because once they get in there...
That's the point. They're
that's
not
like their
trying
cash
to
cow.
make any changes.
But this new government promised to cut the pork, like we like to say. So they should have... I don't see why, in a country where people are living on a few dollars a day and, most people are living on $90 a month.
Wow.
I know you want to read some of our
I'm going to read a comment by Ibarakumo B. Wilson, and he just said this is not justified in any way. An average graduate can take on the job of a senator. What do you think about that?
It's true. I mean,
I think they would even do a better job. I mean, it's true. I think that graduates would even do a better job, but the youngest is probably not in his 30s.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
I understand we have a new caller.
Yeah, caller, you're live. Please go ahead. Hi, David.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome back, Adeola.
Hi.
That's your name.
Yes.
Hi. Basically, like the humble prince said this is why, Nigerians, politicians will kill to get a position in the NAS, because it's illegal stealing. It's where they go to steal money legally. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I mean, look at the state of the country. Look at the state of the country. As of now, I think the population is still running around looking for fuel. These legal thieves are running around, justifying these outrageous, salaries they have. I mean, we had, what's his name? One that was defeated was on SaharaTV. I think it was a few weeks back, saying that the reason why they get all this money is to maintain or keep talent. Talent for what? Talent for stealing? It's just ridiculous. Yeah. All of them. That's why Saraki had to get this position. That's why David Mark made a statement and said that the NAS had to be independent. Independent means that we have to be able to continue to steal, continue to wreck the country, not do anything. I don't see what they do. Every time I watch on television, they sit on their fat butts and do nothing. Wow. That's the image that I see whenever the NAS is televised. They sit on their fat butts. Look at them. They're all fat in the face, fat in the butt, and this is where all the monies are going.
Thank you so much.
Wow, he's
thank you. Oh my God,
upset.
He broke it down. Oh my God, I can't even repeat what he said.
I know.
But I think he's so right. Yeah. I think he's so right. I don't really see the effect these people are having anyway. I'm going to read the comment by Taufik Aliyu, and he said they deserve a permanent 75% pay cut, which should remain the same till eternity, or face reduced or further reduced by 15%. 75% pay cut. What do you think about that?
He's right. Honestly, let's think about this. About
75.
Yes, about 70% of the federal budget goes to government salaries.
Do they need
that much? And so that leaves very little less for the masses.
These people are already rich, by the way.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
They're already rich.
It's very disturbing, honestly. It's like nobody cares about the masses. And I like to see that change.
The next one is by Akim Olanrewaju, and he says, I see lawmakers as investors.
Kind of like the lobbyists.
They have to recoup their investments. I blame Nigerians who made them spend 100 of millions on elections.
Right, so yeah.
It is like investment though, by the way. It's true. Once you become a senator, you can lose.
Exactly. We're going to support you. Once we get in there, then, that'll be our
and then
our
they pay the people that help them to get there. That's so true.
It's,
the next comment is by Godfrey Olokwo. Please make sure you call in. We want to hear from you guys. Yes. 917-284-9811. Yep. Godfrey Olokwo says it's purely insensitive on the part of the legislators. Do you think this is being insensitive or not?
Yes, honestly, because look at what's his name, the former mayor of New York City, Bloomberg, rich guy. Yeah. He said, you know what? Pay me 1 cent a year. Honestly, so
that is true. The guy only got a cent a year, and his money kept in.
Exactly. So because these people are supposed to serve the citizens and the masses, so you can't. It's at least live on the same level, not way better than them.
It's ridiculous.
Exactly. We should be looking for ways to increase the minimum wage. Yeah. Because think about it, $90 a month. What can you achieve with that? And that's why there's corruption.
Think about this, humble friends. Entertainment, the money for entertainment is 607,000 naira. Entertainment, 607,000 naira.
This administration promised to cut the pork.
Yeah.
They need to start working on that. A lot of that stuff needs to go.
I don't know what kind of entertainment. I thought they were supposed to go there to work. Exactly. Now they need money for entertainment.
One thing though, so does this come on top of their base salary, or is all
on top? The base salary is 2 million. And then all these allowances. I mean, according to what was released by the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission. Apparently, they're supposed to be the ones to decide the allowances. And we have a new caller. Caller, you're live. Please go ahead.
Hi, how you doing, Adeola? How you doing?
Hi.
How you doing? Thank you.
Okay. My comment is I agree in part and I disagree in part. Any legislator that is going to be doing a decent work would definitely need researchers to be able to identify whether the acts or legislation that they intend to pass, what the implications are going to be in terms of the real economy, the what's it called, the specialized sectors of the market, what impact it has, and the negative or positive consequences of the legislation that they propose. They would need their assistance to do the groundwork and do the research on that. That being said, obviously certain parts of the figure obviously doesn't make much sense, like newspapers and clothes outside of the Senate President and the Speaker. I think both those people may well be entertaining dignitaries or personalities or high government officials from other countries, and I think to some extent we would want them to represent the country properly, but that shouldn't extend to the hundreds of other working legislators that probably are not in the management side of the House of Reps or the Senate. Yeah,
thank you, Nick. Thank you very much.
Thank
you for calling.
I heard him, but I didn't hear everything he said. Just so you know, would you like to say something on what he said?
To be honest with you, I think, you know, again, for the work they're doing, I'm sorry, it's not justified. It's just too much. Okay. I'm sorry. Yes, you don't need, you know, $2 million a year is enough. You don't need anything extra.
Okay.
Yes.
It looks like it's Naira, so it's supposed to be 2 million Naira.
2 million Naira,
yeah,
sorry.
I just want to make that correction.
Yes.
But what you said goes with what the next comment here by Edmund Jones, it goes with what he wrote. He said that justified or not is not the question.
Yeah.
Nigeria needs a comprehensive and holistic review of our compensation package structure. Amen to that.
Amen.
The public servants earn small basic salary and variety of tax-free allowances. RMFRC should restructure the compensation package not only for the legislatures but for all public servants.
Good.
I agree, but there are some public servants that their allowances is not like this outrageous.
No. Some of them make minimum wage as well.
Yeah.
You know.
So the next one is by Salahu Abdul Mumini, and he said that the National Assembly is supposed to serve as comfort and to ordinary citizens. They've suddenly become Nigeria's problem. It's so unfortunate. That's why PDP gang together to put Saraki as Senate President so that they will continue stealing. We need to come back and talk about this Saraki. A lot of people are talking about Saraki. I want to know what you think about Saraki, but we have a caller.
We have a caller.
Caller, you're live. Please go ahead. Hi, Chris.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, my name is Chris. I'm calling from Germany. How are you doing?
Good. And you?
Okay, I'm all right. I just want to make a comment.
Yeah, Chris, hold on a second, please. Can you turn down your...
The problem we have in Nigeria is that we don't have a proper psychiatric institutions in Nigeria.
Wow.
Because, yeah. What I mean by this is there's a mental health. Most of these senators, they are suffering from what is called COD, compulsive obsessive disorder. It's a mental sickness because you keep on acquiring something that you don't need. They don't need all this money, and they keep on acquiring it. They want it.
Right.
It's called COD. It's a kind of mental sickness. So they need to be diagnosed. We need to have a proper mental institution in Nigeria.
I see.
Thank you. That's my comment.
Are you a psychiatric?
We're going to ask if he's a doctor.
Thank you for coming. I think we lost him, but he's so right. He just diagnosed. Dr. Damages need to listen to a man like this. Somebody is doing your job, Dr. Damages, in case you are watching. Someone has already diagnosed the lawmakers.
I don't think it's just lawmakers that have that problem. A lot of Nigerians suffer from that problem, trying to acquire stuff that we don't need. Right. In Nigeria, I continue to say I think materialism is God. and you know, to acquire those
But
materials.
isn't that everywhere though? It's just that
No.
ours is just too much. I mean, our leaders.
Yes, ours is excessive.
Yeah, the one of our
Very
leaders is
materialistic,
just,
and the kind of stuff we need to do to acquire those material things is what leads into corruption. Believe me. Yeah.
So, but you know, one that shocked me when I was going through that list was newspaper allowance.
There's the internet now, for goodness sake.
303,000 naira.
Exactly.
And I'm thinking, how many people read newspapers nowadays? I know people do, but how many lawmakers read newspapers now that they are all on their iPad, iPhone, whatever?
And it's free.
303,000 naira.
That's
you know
crazy.
that some people don't make that in a whole year.
Exactly.
And this is just for their newspaper.
Exactly.
And then the house maintenance allowance is 101,000. I don't know what kind of house maintenance.
Yeah.
I don't know what constituency is 5 million. I should know, right?
No,
and then they have accommodation of 4 million for their house.
Yeah.
And furniture is 6 million.
Unbelievable. And I know they said...
Humble Prince, we need to change our job.
Exactly.
Furniture, 6 million.
Wow.
There is God.
There is God.
What is the meaning of recess, by the way? Isn't that when little children sleep?
Or take a break? Isn't that like a break?
Why do we have to pay them 202,000 naira for that? Recess, 202,000 naira. Eh? Hey, there's God, dude.
We're definitely in the wrong profession, I have to say.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You get paid to take a nap or something. That's what most of them do anyway.
Siesta.
When they go to,
siesta.
They take siesta, they sleep. Anyway, so make sure that you call in viewers, but I want to read some of the comments. Yeah. And the next one is by Ene Benewe, and this person says, now so recess. That's what we just talked about. Sleep. Yeah. And then terrorize MDAs. We don't need them because their effect on the ordinary Nigerian is zero. Stomach infrastructure is their main goal.
Exactly.
Amen to that.
You know, the resources and revenue that we bring into the country is not just supposed to take care of some certain people. It's supposed to take care of the country,
the whole country,
or the whole country, and let the masses. You know how much? If you take some of this money, infrastructure, roads, electricity, health,
the country will actually
be better. Honestly,
they can employ so many people.
Yes.
For years.
Exactly.
If they're paying them minimum wage.
Yes.
And we have another caller. Caller, you're live. Please go ahead. Hi, JAJA.
Hey, I'm calling concerning the your topic of discussion, which is the allocation for the wardrobe allowance for the members of the National Assembly.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that's the topic of discussion, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I strongly have a big issue with the amount of money being purported to have been allocated to this bunch of people in the National Assembly. First of all, the last National Assembly passed less than 100 bills, and in fact, the out of the 150 or about 48 of those bills were passed in just one day without proper assessment, without the proper ritual that the rigorous assessment that those bills should have gone through before passing. Right. You know, so obviously we have an incompetent legislative body. We have a National Assembly that is not up to task, a National Assembly that is not interested in doing what they were elected for.
Right.
So knowing that these people that occupy the seats in there aren't competent enough, first of all, they are not interested in actually doing the job they were elected for.
Right.
That's the second point. The third point is many of them are not even supposed to be there because they won those elections by fraud. Why whoever allocated that amount of money for wardrobe allowances, how did they come up with that figure?
Thank you so much.
First of all, I heard it's too...
JAJA, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. He's absolutely right. Yeah. Humble Prince, I went on Naira Line. There's a forum about how much other professions earn. Okay. And I was looking at that of teachers. Which is
a good point.
Yeah,
education.
Education. These are people that are actually, you know, what's the word? These are the people that are molding the future exactly, right, of Nigeria. Right. So the dominant thing that I found there is that it's supposed to be like 30,000 naira per month for new graduates that are teachers. And then I've heard that in some cases, someone wrote there that he knows people that get like 9,000 naira per month. 9,000 naira?
Yeah. That's even lower than the minimum wage.
I know. And then I read that some private schools are between 20 and 40,000 naira. Although there are people that are getting a lot of money depending on the kind of school, maybe like international school or something.
Right.
But it looks like the average is like 30,000 naira per month.
And that's really low, honestly. It's pathetic. But you know, again, the bottom line is like I said, when we did the math, that money allocated just to their wardrobe alone could pay the salary of 500,000 civil servants on minimum wage.
Exactly.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's waste.
It is being wasted.
Yes.
And I'm going to read the next comment by Sheyi Akinyoye Elijah. It's very long. I'm just going to read part of it. And he said, with the situation of this country right now, that what should be on my mind is how to use this money to get us electricity, good roads, build good schools, and rebuild our refineries.
Exactly.
I said amen to that. And you've said something like that earlier.
Yeah, I said something like that earlier.
Instead of paying them this much. And we have another caller. Caller, please go ahead. Hi, ALHAJI.
Hi, caller. You're live on SaharaTV. Thank you for calling.
ALHAJI from Philly.
Okay.
Hello.
I think Please, and callers, when you call, can you please turn down your computers because we get the feedback and everything. Here's another thing I want to say. Have any of these senators actually spoken up and said, you know what?
Okay.
Seriously.
So Ben Bruce, he said he would donate his own wardrobe allowance, but that's just one allowance,
that's just one.
by the way. And it's only 506,000.
And he got chastised for that, from what I heard.
This is not the million naira allowance, okay?
Yes.
I'm not saying it's not a good thing. It's a good thing.
Good start,
but I don't know if that's the solution. I think the solution is merely to cut down how much they are paid. Because if one person donates his own allowance, what about the others?
Right. But I think this, you know, if he does this and other people do it, we'll all be in solidarity.
I don't know if other people will do it. That's the problem.
Yeah, they need to change those laws and cut some of that money down. But
I
know we have another caller.
Caller, you're live. Please go ahead.
This is Alhaji Garba.
Hi.
Hi.
I've been listening to all the callers online, and I think we Nigerians should not be fooled, you know, by this issue of, you know, cutting salary for the National Assembly members. I was just making an observation, you know. I saw the governor of Kaduna said, oh, I'm cutting my salary by 50%, and 3 other governors followed that trend. I think if I'm the governor of Kaduna State and I say I cut my salary 50% and I'm getting, you know, money somewhere, how can people of Kaduna know, or people of Zamfara or even Akwa Ibom know? So we should not be fooled around by saying, oh, these people should cut their salary. First of all, we have to close all the loopholes. You know, we reform the criminal justice system, the police, and even the judges in such a way that all the immunity that is being granted by all these National Assembly members, including governor, should be expunged out, so that if an ordinary policeman, be it sergeant or inspector, see a governor or even a National Assembly man collecting bribe, he should arrest him, send him to the criminal justice system, and they try him and send him to jail. So we should not be full of this issue of cutting salary. It's not going to work. I can get $1 a day and get bribe in millions. There's no way Nigeria can detect that.
Right.
So I think the best thing is to reform the criminal justice system, remove the immunity from all the governors in such a way that anybody, including police, you know, or even any other law enforcement agent, can arrest them for collecting bribe. Very simple. And then even the banking sector. If you draw more than 1,000 or 100,000 in the bank, you have to tell the bank where did the source of money come from.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for calling.
He's all right. I feel a lot of people are really upset with this too, and I don't think it's fair because they are not working harder than the rest of the citizens.
Exactly. What are they doing?
This ridiculous amount. And so whenever they say, oh, I'm cutting down my salary, people should not be fooled. That's what this man is saying. Like right here, the salary is only 2 million, but all these other allowances is bringing everything to about 50 million.
Right. So I just want to say
I think that's the last caller for today. So,
yes.
But go ahead.
No, I just want to say there's a startup called Budget, B-U-D-G, capital I-T.
capital IT.
IT, right. Yeah. And they're actually fighting for transparency in the government. So, you know, declare all your assets and everything. So, you know.
Make sure you check them out. So.
Yeah, good. We'll give more information. So do you have a few more things you want to read?
No, I think that will be the last one for today. I think we're having one more caller. So I'm going to read one more comment while we're waiting for that last caller. And this is from Yusuf Mohammed Balarabi. And he said that the change that the citizenry clamor for is to see a Nigerian society that is orderly, responsible, and disciplined. I'm just reading part of it because it's really long. And then he said, where our leaders, including legislatures, will demonstrate the core values of honesty, hard work, and patriotism. It is no longer disputed that our democracy is one of the most expensive in the world. An expensive democracy, that's what it is. That's what it is. And we have the last caller for the day. Hi, caller. You're live on Sahara TV. Please go ahead.
Hello, my name is Larry, and I'm calling from Canada.
Hi.
Thank you for calling. Go ahead.
Thank you. Adeola, I must really say that you did a good job of questioning Robert Mugabe.
Thank you.
So based on what you're talking about, I would like to say the power to effect this change still resides with the electorate. Because when you're thinking about, like, when you look at what's happening now, the administration before now, I'm pretty sure there was like a lot of allocations and stuff like that. But right now, I remember when the agency that sets the salaries for the senators, when they visited the Senate President ALHAJI Saraki, he said there's a reduction of about 30 billion naira in what's regularly allocated to them. So I think as time goes on, when we as Nigerians are able to vote people who can really effect change into government, I think it's going to take a little bit of time.
Right.
So I think as time goes on, when we begin to vote, very bright-minded people who already agree that, we need to cut the cost of governance.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. All right, so that's it.
No, I mean, in closing, let's just say that, they definitely need to change the laws and change the allocations. I think 2 million naira is enough.
I'm hoping that we won't do all this for nothing. I hope that this Nigerian lawmakers would actually listen to the cries of the people. Just cut it down. Cut it down.
Please,
and, let's see what you're doing.
Yeah, so, guys, we have more shows coming up for you.
Yeah.
Continue to watch Sahara TV.
We have the gist coming up right now, and then they can call on the Skype with Dr. Damages.
Yes, and catch us again Wednesday on Live with Humble Prince, and we'll have the callback segment again.
Oh, okay. So the gist is not coming up right now, but we're having the Skype segment. So. All right, guys. We'll see you same time next week.
Thank you.